Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another weekly vlog. This week is going to be a little bit different than it has been for the past couple of weeks. I've really been focusing on reading. What I've been talking about is reading, but I'm going to try not to do that this week. I'm definitely still going to be reading because I do have reading goals and like reading is my biggest hobby, but I have other things that I want to be doing. So first of all, I have been talking for several weeks now about getting back into a routine because so many things are happening just like back to back, and I just haven't been able to like fully get into like my workout routine and all that, and I have found myself just craving a workout routine that is sustainable. It is the week before Thanksgiving, and so I expect that next week is going to be a little bit like all over the place, and I probably am not going to be able to follow the same routine, but I would like to start something this week and do as much as I can next week. So I think my plan for today is the YouTube channel that I work out at home to is doing like a challenge, and so I think I'm going to start the challenge, but I think my plan is do the first video today, which I think is arms, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym and do cardio, and then Wednesday the next video, so on and so forth. So I'm trying to get in the routine of cardio Tuesday and Thursday. I don't love it. I don't run, and I can't swim right now. But so what I'm doing is I'm either doing a combo of the hiker and the bike, or I'm doing an hour of high incline, moderate paced on the treadmill. I did that last week, and man, did I feel it. But it was nice. It got my heart rate up. I was sweating, and like it was a good workout without running, because I'm just not a runner. I'm just not a fan of running, especially with other people around, just not my thing. And then hopefully like next week I can start swimming again, and then I'll do a combo of machine cardio and swimming. I love cooling off in the pool. It just feels so good. The water is just so healing, and I love it so much. So I think that's the routine that I would like to settle into. I am really going to be focusing on some of my other hobbies. I am back on my True Blood bullshit. I took a break between the third and fourth season. What season am I on? I think I'm on the fourth season. I took a break because I was just watching it so much and so quickly that I needed a break after the last season. But I'm back in it. I am on episode 11 or 12 of the season that I'm on. I started watching it again this past weekend, and I'm obsessed, fully obsessed again. I'm so excited to continue watching it. I might watch it while I'm at work. There's a lot going on. No hope in sight for any of the characters. And there's definitely plot lines and characters that I don't really care for. But Eric Northman, I don't feel like I need to say any more than that. Eric Northman, hello. And then I also decided to watch Howl's Moving Castle last night. This is a Studio Ghibli movie. If you haven't watched it, it's an animated movie, and it's based on a novel, and I fucking loved it. I loved it. So this is about Sophie, who is a hat maker. She works at her parents' hat shop, and she has a sister, and she just kind of lives regular old life that she's not unhappy with, but she's not like super thrilled by. She ends up getting cursed by a witch, and she seeks out Howl. Now, Howl, infamous in the area for stealing women's hearts and being like a bad wizard, but she seeks him out anyways, and she kind of joins his little group, and they sort of have a family together, and they fall in love, and it's just stunning. It's such a good movie. I don't know what time period it's during. It's like inspired by, but there's like a war going on, and the scenery is gorgeous. Howl, I can see all of the girlies that loved this when they were a kid like being fantasy romance readers now, because I loved it so much, and I'm very, very happy that I gave it a shot. I gave it 5 stars, 5 out of 5. very, very good, very beautiful. Loved the music and loved the progression of the story. It's very heart-touching, very heartwarming, and yeah, really liked it. I think next I'm going to watch Kiki's Delivery Service. I never watched any of the Studio Ghibli movies when I was a kid, which I feel kind of cheated out of, but I just never watched any of them. I've tried to watch My Neighbor Totoro. I didn't love it, but I did watch The Witch and the Flower or something, and I adored it. So I'm gonna try a bunch of different ones, see how I feel about them, but my next one is gonna be Kiki's Delivery Service, and Howl's Moving Castle I'm definitely going to be rewatching pretty soon. So that was my weekend. I really just watched True Blood. I filmed and edited a video, and then I watched Howl's Moving Castle. It's a long one. It's over 2 hours. I'm trying to read all of this series that I'm in the middle of that I haven't finished yet, and one of those is Fourth Wing. I read Fourth Wing a while ago, and I didn't love it. I wasn't completely enthralled, and I didn't necessarily feel like I needed to continue the story. However, I noticed that the second book is on Kindle Unlimited, so I picked it up, and last night I got about 200 pages into it. The first novel is about Violet, who volunteers for this group of dragon riders, and she's at a training academy, and the dragon riders are known for being very vicious. She has a lot of health issues, so she joins, and she's put under the squad of Xaden, who is a rebel's child. Xaden becomes her squad leader, and she trains and stuff, and then they fall in love, and her and Xaden are kind of separated. They're not on the best terms, just based on what happened in the first one, but they're still bonded through their dragons, and so they still have to interact and stuff, and they're still very attracted to each other. And the man says the most swoony shit I have ever heard. Well, that's not true. There are historical romances that just your heart will literally explode if you read the things that these men say. But he's pretty up there. I am, like I said, 200 pages in, and I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it, which is kind of how I felt about the first one, to be honest. When I read the first one, I think I read it in 1 or 2 sittings. I didn't leave it feeling super into the story, and that's kind of how I feel now. If I were to lose the book and not be able to finish it, I don't necessarily know that I would be sad or feel like I needed to seek out the second one. That could change because I am starting to feel it a little bit. There's some stuff going on with the romance that I'm kind of foaming at the mouth for. I'm a romance girl first and foremost, so when the romance is good, I can excuse almost anything. So I'm currently reading that. We'll see how I feel about it. It's almost 900 pages, which is just ugh. So we'll see how it goes. I know a lot of people didn't love this one, and as someone who didn't really love the first one, I'm hoping that this one isn't massively disappointing, because I'm going to DNF that shit quick. And if I DNF it, then I'm DNFing the whole series, and I'm definitely not reading the next 2. So that's that. I need to eat my breakfast. I need to get to work. We'll talk later. I'm going to come home, I'm going to do my workout, and then we're going to read Gotham Saying Hello. So, we'll talk later. Okay, so I am home for the day. I did my workout when I got home. I did this video, arms, and it only confirmed for me that I do indeed have noodle arms. I went way too hard, and I really shouldn't have, because now, this left arm, that's as high as we're going. But I have showered, I did my workout, I ate my lunch, and now I'm ready to just, chill out. As you saw, I did watch some True Blood at work. Love it, love it, love it. Again, there's some storylines that I'm like, why is this happening? Other storylines, I'm like, we're here. You know what I mean? Going to watch some more of it, depending on if this streamer that I watch on Twitch like gets on and starts gaming and stuff. I did go to the library after work on my way home. So I thought we could talk about what I got. First of all, I broke down and picked up Iron Flame. I am here, and I think I just want to read it physically. You know, like, the options there. I prefer reading fantasy physically, and this is outrageous. This is a brick, and I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't read any more, so I don't have any, like, more thoughts for you. But I also decided to pick up Leviathan Wakes. This is a sci-fi, and I don't really need to be starting another series, but we're here. This I had on hold forever, and it finally came through. Humanity has colonized the solar system, Mars, the moon, the asteroid belt, and beyond, but the stars are still out of reach. Detective Miller is looking for a girl. One girl in a system of billions. Holden and Miller must thread the needle between the Earth government, the outer planet revolutions, and the secretive corporations, and the odds are against them. But out in the belt, the rules are different, and the one small ship can change the fate of the universe. I've heard nothing but good things about this series. It's very, very long, and I'm very in the mood to dive into a long series. So, and then lastly is the other book that we're probably going to be reading in this video, and that is Jade War. Okay, so this is the second book in the Jade City series. I fucking loved Jade City. I sobbed like a little baby, and I've been putting this off because the emotional ruin that I'm about to experience from this, I am not prepared for, but I want to read it in this video. I want to start it in this video. I've been putting it off long enough. I'm ready to go there. So we're gonna go there. This is the second one. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much I cry. I know I'm in for it. And then aside from those, I did start an audiobook while I was driving. I started Mother of Death and Dawn. It's the third book in the, like, this trilogy by Carissa Broadbent. I have 13 hours left. I've really just started. I'm only on chapter 5. I liked this series okay. I read the first two. I read the first one, ebook. Listened to the second one, audiobook. Audiobooks are astounding, truly astounding audiobooks, and I'm listening to the third one on audio. It's been a long time since I've picked this series up, so we'll see how it goes. I tentatively like the series. I like the plots. I think it's very inventive. I love Carissa Broadbent's writing, but there's something about it that I just, like, can't fully get on board with. Like, Serpent in the Wings, I feel like there's two different types of Carissa fans. Like, Serpent in the Wings of Night is either your shit or this is your shit, and Serpent in the Wings of Night is definitely my shit. So I want to finish out this series, though. I don't have an issue with, like, any of the books, obviously. Like, the first one I think I gave 4 stars, the second one I gave 5 stars, but I just always feel this, like, this distance. Like, objectively, they're perfect, fantastic, amazing books. That's why they deserve 4 and 5 stars. But in my heart, it's like, are they really 5 stars? Who knows? We'll see. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on in this third one, and I'm ready to see how this series concludes. So that's that. That being said, we're gonna start watching True Blood. We're gonna see if that streamer gets online. We're going to read a little bit and enjoy a chill night. I haven't decided what I want to do for dinner, but I do need to consider what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. So that's the plan. We'll talk later. Let's get into True Blood.
Vermintide is the way to go. If you like range combat with gearing and stuff, way more fun. Wait, what did you say? Watching Zaki Rain. There's barely any monsters in the first two. Like, anyways, alright, is that enough yapping about games?
I wait for my ramen to cool off, I thought we could talk because I just got home from working out. I was at the gym, I was on the treadmill doing my thing, and I am now home. I'm waiting for my lunch, and I made the mistake of downloading Genshin Impact. I've been avoiding this game for years at this point because I don't want to get sucked into it, especially like a mobile game. And I broke down and did it because I decided to download RuneScape. I have been playing games my entire life. I played RuneScape when I was like 10 or 11, and it was the shit back then. I loved it so much. I can confirm at 28 that it is no longer the shit, and I didn't play it for very long. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna download Genshin Impact. I'm just gonna do it. And then I downloaded it, and we're here. we have made some mistakes, and we have to live with those mistakes. So that's to say that I need to do some side business work, and then I'm gonna be spending the evening playing Genshin Impact. Tomorrow I'm having lunch with my dad, and then Friday I'm going to see it's only in theaters one night, and so I was like, I need to see it. So I'm seeing it. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm a huge theater kid, huge musical theater kid, and I'm just like, it's been an okay day. I've got my workout in, even though the lady next to me is like really testing me. But I was watching YouTube, I was doing my little incline, and I was living my pretty okay life because I hate treadmill, but you know, it is what it is. So, eat my lunch, play my game, do my side business stuff, play my game, and maybe read later, but we'll talk.
I followed the sounds to an open arched door. Within it, bodies hunched over haphazardly.
Happy Wednesday. Wednesday evening. I had a good day. I had lunch with my dad, came home, did a little bit of reading. I'm reading stuff for other videos, but I did get 50% of the way through Iron Flame. I'm actually not reading the physical book because the font for this is like atrociously small, so I'm still just reading the ebook off of Kindle Unlimited. But 50% of the way through, I think things are finally picking up. These first 50% of the novel was kind of a slog. Weirdly, I wasn't having a terrible time, but there was just moments where I was like, okay, can we just like move on from this? The plot was incredibly repetitive. A lot of like people keeping secrets from each other and like having angst about keeping secrets from each other, and like people not being in the same place, and like our romance is kind of in an iffy place. And so at the 50% mark, I'm hoping that things improve because we got a ways to go, you know? So we need to like pick this shit up. And I want to love this. I want to love this because the third one comes out in January. I want to be excited. I like liking stuff, you know? So I want to love this. And so far it's just a little bit repetitive. I'm not giving up. I'm going to continue reading. I still have the energy to read it, so I plan to, but it needs to pick up its shit. I did want to talk about this creator that I recently started watching, Spicy Cats Reads. She's such a cutie pie. I started watching her yesterday, and I've just been watching all of her videos. I think I've watched 7 or 8 at this point. She does weekly reading vlogs, just random vlogs, hour long, just love it so much. Obviously she doesn't need me, right? But I think it's good to mention. I do think I'm going to continue watching the video that I was watching earlier today before I went to lunch and all of that. And then I'm also going to finish Emily D. Baker's new video and then get back into the book that I'm reading for other videos. I want to get fully into Iron Flame, get in my bed, get comfy with my Kindle, with my pillows, and snuggle up and all that. And I should be able to once I finish this book for the other video. That's the update. I'm gonna leave Kat's channel down below. Go follow her, watch her stuff, and yeah. Happy Friday, friends. I am working from home today because I have to take one of the ferrets to the vet for an appointment. My other ferret went for her adrenal implant yesterday. She has adrenal disease. It's very common in ferrets, especially American ferrets. They're very inbred. That's a conversation for a whole other time. But unfortunately, closer to ages 4, 5, 6, ferrets really start showing some health issues, and one of our ferrets is getting up there. Well, 2 of our ferrets are up there. One of them seems to be very healthy, and he's my good, strong boy. And then my other ferret, Luna, she's getting old, so I'm going to take her to the vet. She might have to get an adrenal implant. So that was my day yesterday, basically. I had a board meeting, I had therapy, and then I had to go to the vet, and I sat at the vet for an hour because they were super busy. But then I came home and I watched World of Warcraft. The new hardcore servers came out, so I was watching that with my partner. But I wasn't really doing much else yesterday to talk to you guys about. But today I have a vet appointment at 1. It's 8 o'clock now, so I have plenty of time for the day. I do need to finish Lord of Scoundrels for another video. Not loving it, so it's going to be kind of a slog. It's probably going to take me the rest of the morning to finish this. And then I want to read a little bit of Iron Flame. Side note, I got a page turner, which is cute because it's pink, and my decor on my Kindle is pink. And I was hesitant to buy it, but it's on sale right now. And I got me and my mom one, and it's game-changing, truly game-changing. If you were considering getting one, the time that I'm filming this, hopefully when I'm posting this, it's still on sale, and I'll link it down below. Get it for yourself, seriously. So I'm considering setting up my little Kindle stand and then putting the Kindle on there and reading. That just sounds so good. I'm 60% of the way through Iron Flame. I had a chance to fully commit myself to it since the last update that I gave you, so I don't really have any new thoughts. Things are happening and I don't know where we're gonna go from here. I'm interested to see where we go, but things are looking rough for our characters. The fact that I thought that I would finish Iron Flame this week and get to Jade War, I don't know who I thought I was, but I'm not that girl, clearly. So I think the plan for the week is just to finish Iron Flame. And I would like to get a workout today in. I am still very sore from arm day. I went a little bit too hard, but my gym is up by my work, and obviously I'm not going to commute up there just to go to the gym for an hour. So I probably am just going to do a workout from home. I might do a full body situation, just do light weights because I'm feeling the need to move. I haven't worked out for the last 2 days. Other than that, I think I want to do some video planning. I've been talking to Tamika. Hello, my best friend Tamika. She makes content. She's a photographer. Oh, by the way, she got her engagement photos done with her and her fiance. Stunning. Love them so much. I literally got back on social media just to promote these photos because I'm so proud of her. She is just amazing, and I applaud her bravery and all of that. I love her so much. So go show this post some love on social media, and go show her some love. But anyways, I was talking to her. I'm super behind. Usually I have like a month or 2 months worth of videos pre-planned and like filmed and stuff. I have stuff planned, but I don't have anything filmed. And it's kind of stressing me out a little bit. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing in December is not like super labor intensive. I'm kind of a little bit taking a break. Like I'm still trying to do 2 videos a week, but a lot of it is like sit down videos. So do some reading, finish my books, play some Genshin Impact. I'm loving Genshin Impact. I'm a simp. What can I say? I'm a simp. And like, what, you know, how my favorite character is a librarian, and she's that's the day. Kind of chill, kind of relaxed, getting some reading done, getting some other productive stuff done. And then I'm seeing Wicked tonight at 6. So excited for that. And then that's my day. So I thought I could do a journal clip because ever since I set up this journal, I've had a lot of people asking for me to go through it and kind of talk through my process and show some of my spreads. And I thought that I would do that in this vlog. So, first of all, Luna is okay. Her vet appointment went great. She looks perfectly healthy. We're gonna get her the medication that she needs. She's just an old lady, and that's kind of par for the course with ferrets. They just start having health issues, and like I said, that's a conversation for another time, but she's good. She's healthy, she's good. Storm's healthy, she's good. Axel is my sweet baby boy, he's good. Into it. So obviously this is my cover page. I think I'm gonna do a new one for the coming year. This was just something that I wanted to try out, but I absolutely adore the way that it looks, especially with the clear binder. I am considering getting a regular binder. This is an A5. You can do with that what you will. I'm considering getting a regular cover for the new year. We'll see. I wanted to get a cheaper cover because I didn't know if this would last me. And I didn't want to spend money if it's not going to last me, but I'm really enjoying myself, and I'm not like pushing myself too hard to use it, and so I'm pretty happy with where it is right now. It's obviously changed over the past couple of months, but we'll talk about that. But yes, this is my cover letter. It has just a little bit about myself. This is kind of set up like a newspaper, so all of my spreads are like newspaper spreads. I thought that was very fun. And then I have like individual spreads that aren't, but my daily pages are pretty much newspaper spreads. So first off, I made a dopamine menu. I'll be completely honest, this was more of a creative endeavor. I have not looked at this a single time. This is also something that I wanted to do creatively that I just haven't done. I intended to do this with my therapist. It's sort of like a map that I conceptualized based on the way that we talk about things and work through things in therapy. So I haven't done anything with this page, but it's supposed to be like a map of Ashley, kind of. So like my heart, my mind, all of that kind of stuff. And I haven't started anything with it yet because I just don't know quite how I want to use this, and it might change once I actually start using it. So then we get into my actual pages themselves. These again have changed, and I used a combination of photos that I had already taken and new photos that I was taking throughout the week. And so I like to do a section of what I did that day and how I felt that day. Just keeping track of, like I said, feelings and things that I want to look back on and remember, or reflections that I had that day just based on what I did and how it made me feel. I also included some collages that I do. I like to do collages for media that I absolutely love. So obviously this was for Over the Garden Wall. When I had my Over the Garden Wall moment a couple of weeks ago, I decided to make a little collage. And I should have said this in the beginning, but I do everything in Canva. So I just do Canva with an A5 formatting, and it works perfect. This is something else that I did in therapy, kind of a collage situation based on the 8 or 9 C's. I think it's 8 C's of internal family system. I made a mention of the book that I was reading, and that's when I really started tracking like media and stuff. This is another collage I did of monster romance book covers that I absolutely adore. This is a collage for True Blood, and I did like a little section on how I was enjoying it at the time. More stuff, more memory keeping. I mentioned when I started listening to Star Talk by Neil deGrasse Tyson, which is one of my favorite podcasts. I'm not a big podcast person, but that one's fantastic. This was a pretty media heavy one. I talk about a book that I read and a show that I started. And that kind of goes into like the typical setup for my daily pages of just like media that I'm watching and thoughts that I'm having. And that was pretty much how my October went for me. I was kind of working a little bit on the pages that I wanted, but I wasn't fully settled in. And there was a bunch of pages that I ended up throwing out that I didn't love. So some habit trackers, some like weekly planning pages, just a bunch of different like mood trackers and stuff that I wasn't loving. And I decided to throw them out. I think going forward, if something doesn't work for me, I'm going to keep it just as like a reference point of like, hey, have you tried this? Like, if you've tried it and it didn't work, like obviously we don't need to go back to it. This is something that I've kept consistent with, that I enjoy doing. It's my workout tracker. I do it every single week. I don't really tend to use like this bottom portion of like how the workouts and stuff went, but I really like keeping track of like the video I watched, or like the reps that I did, the muscle groups that it targeted, what days I did them, stuff like that. And then this was my monthly reflection for October. I enjoyed it, so I'm going to carry over into November with some like slight variations. And then this is a media page for October that I kept. So like books that I loved, or thoughts that I had about like covers and art and games that I played and TV shows that I watched, all of that kind of stuff. So kind of like an October or a monthly favorites page. And then we get into November. My printer kind of like fucks up sometimes and prints, if I'm printing multiple pages at once, it'll print like this. But I started to denote the month with a little, hi buddy, little marker, like that you'd use for annotating your books. Like a tab, I can't remember exactly what it's called. But then we have some more daily pages. I started changing up the format of my pages. I like this one, but it didn't work out too well in printing. A depression scorecard on the same page. This is the first time that I've done one for my journal like this. I think it's very helpful. Did like a brain dump of how I was feeling and like trying to work myself out of it. It's kind of personal. I don't really want to talk about it. So then we have back to our daily pages. And around this week is when I started something new. I am a digital planner generally. I keep everything on Notion. That's where all of my content and everything goes. But I wanted to try to do a weekly planner. in this journal. I don't carry this around. I exclusively make all of my pages and everything digitally, and then I print them out and I put them in here as like a memory, as like a safe place to keep them. But I don't tend to do anything handwritten. But I decided to try out the weekly planner just to see how it went. And then of course I had my workout tracker kind of like intersected into the actual week itself, rather than, you know, the workout tracker in this section, the daily pages in this section. I wanted it to be like one cohesive thing. So I started doing them week by week. Again, this was just like 2 weeks ago that I started this, but and then we have, again, the following week. So these are more recent pages, and then we have my weekly planner and my workout tracker. So that'll continue for the rest of the month. Going forward, I'm gonna try the weekly planner to be an exact outline of what I do with my day, from waking up, what I have for breakfast, all of that. I have terrible memory, I have ADHD, I have CPTSD, so I have a lot of things that impair my memory, and I want to be able to look back on this stuff and not just have these daily pages where I'm talking about my feelings, but I want to know what I did that day as well. And hopefully that repetition will let some things stick in my mind. So I think for the rest of November, that's what I'm going to do. This is my journal. This is what I'm using basically every day. Like I said, I do it all digitally, and then I print it and I put it in this journal, but I'm really enjoying it. It gives me the chance to be creative and get out my thoughts at the same time, which I think is the best way for me to do it. And it's also sparked my creativity in a way that I never had before, particularly around like therapy and stuff. Inspiration will come to mind in ways that I can use the things that I'm learning in therapy and the things that I'm going through in creative avenues that I wouldn't necessarily be able to do otherwise. So I think this has been a great addition to my life, and I definitely plan to continue. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. If you would like for me to update you guys in my journal journey, I can certainly do that. I don't think I'm going to start doing like journaling videos, but I can do them in my vlogs if you guys would like. So just let me know down below, and yeah.
Honored shop orders in yesterday. You all get gift with purchases.
Okay, I spent over 6 hours trying to fix our dishwasher, and I fixed it. So I thought we could talk about Iron Flame while I load the dishwasher and make some coffee, because also I'm very tired. It's only 4:30 and I have a long night ahead of me. I still have an hour and some change before I have to leave for the movies, so I need to like get my shit together, you know? I am like 60 or 70% of the way through Iron Flame, and I want to talk a little bit about some spoilers, or like my thoughts on the second novel so far. So if you haven't like read it, obviously skip ahead. I'll put a timestamp so you know where to go to. First off, the beginning portion where she went back to the Dragon Academy. She was like doing shit and her friends didn't know about the rebellion. That beginning portion was fucking boring. Okay, because Zayden is somewhere else. They have to meet like every couple of weeks, and obviously she is very upset with Zayden because of the secrets that he kept about her brother being alive, which is honestly, I partially get why emotionally she's upset with him, but girl, you are the daughter of the military leader that slaughtered his family and is keeping a ginormous secret from his kingdom. Why? Yes, you guys are in love and you're like mated or whatever. They're not mated, but their dragons are mated. But why would he blow up an entire rebellion's plan to tell you, the daughter of the commander, who could ruin their entire rebellion and slaughter all of them again? Why would he do that? I wouldn't. I surely wouldn't. Like, I'm sorry, we're gonna smash, and like I love you and everything, but I'm not gonna potentially kill all of these people so that we can have a relationship or whatever. So she's pissed at him, whatever. They eventually work through it at the like 40% mark. Fun. They're now in the rebellion area. They have to leave the training academy to go be with the rebellions because people have like found out some shit and Violet is being tortured and this school is just not a good place for them to be anymore. All of the teachers and everything are pulled aside because there's some like war brewing on some borders between them and like neighboring kingdoms. They literally take all of the students of this academy that presumably have lived in this empire, in this kingdom, their entire lives. They take them out into a field and they're like, hey, by the way, your government has been lying to you. There's actually people that are trying to slaughter us and yada, yada, yada. They spill all the beans. We're leaving. Whoever wants to join us can join us. And like half the people leave, like half the academy leaves. There's no fight, there's no battle, there's nothing. No immediate repercussions for them doing this, which just to me is absolutely mind-blowing. You have people there who are like teachers' aides presumably, and like people that have been there forever, and people that are like third years and they're graduating, and you have these people that are like indoctrinated at this point to the shit, to the government, right? And they put up zero fight to these people that are essentially rebels, the people that they have been told their entire lives are bad and were like rightfully slaughtered, and they put up no fight at all. They just let them leave, which is crazy to me. Everything's hunky-dory. Like, it feels like everything's bad. It feels like there's this palpable tension of like something's gonna happen. But up to this point, everything that they've done has just been like so easy for them to do. There's been almost no opposition. Like, sure, Violet was pretty aggressively tortured by this guy, but in general, they've had almost no opposition, which is so weird to me. Maybe if the first half had been cut down, I wouldn't care so much about the inconsistencies, because that's the thing about the first one, is it's fun, it's fast paced, there's tons of stuff going on. The school itself is like brutal, and there just is a lot there to really like. And even if you don't love the characters, you don't love the romance, you don't love the world, you think it's like a lot of world, like a lot of info dumping and all of that, it's not like super fleshed out, whatever, it's fun. And I'm just not getting that with this one. So I'm gonna continue it, but the fact that it's this long, and I feel like the first half were like maybe 200 pages worth, not 500 pages, it's just a little much. So kind of how I'm feeling. I'm disappointed. I want to love this book so much, but hopefully this last little bit like really redeems the story. At the moment, it's like teetering between a 2 and a 3 depending on how it goes, but we'll see. This last little bit could redeem it. It could get better. All of my issues could resolve themselves. I feel like, so in a fantasy world, when there's shit going on that you as the reader don't know about because the characters are doing something, or there's something going on that you intentionally are left out of, you can feel it. Like, you know that there's something that you're missing, and I just don't feel like that's the case here. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna read until I have to leave. I'm already dressed and all that. I'm just gonna wear the same thing that I've been wearing all day, which is like a flannel and this shirt and some jeans. So I'm just waiting for time, essentially, at this point. We'll see what happens, but I'm very, very excited for Wicked. I think it's gonna be so good, and I don't know if I'll talk to you guys about it today or tomorrow when I get home. Those are my thoughts on Iron Flame so far. I'm gonna get back to reading it, and I hope that it proves me wrong. I want to be proved wrong. I want to love it. I want to be excited for the third one, because I think the third one comes out like next month or in January or something. So I want to be excited. I want to be excited. I want to be in on the hype. Excitement and desire can only get you so far, unfortunately. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I didn't update you yesterday because I got back from the movie pretty late. I got back about 9:30-ish, did dinner and hung out with my partner and stuff. The movie was truly incredible. I don't know the last time I've seen a movie that good. It's easily in my top 5 of all time. I cried at least 5 times, and there are certain scenes that I can't even think about without tearing up. The movie was astounding, truly astounding. It was gorgeously shot. The setting, the music, the voices, the performances, the acting, the storytelling, just fucking incredible. And Cynthia Erivo's voice is astounding. Like, you can feel it in your whole body. Just amazing, amazing, amazing performances. The movie's gorgeous, and I'm in love. I'm in love. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I was thinking about it all last night till I fell asleep. Then I woke up this morning thinking about it. Like, I'm blown away with how good this was. If you're even considering seeing it, I please do. Like, please do. If you're a musical theater person, if you like musicals, if you like Wizard of Oz, like, I think everybody should see this. Now, if you hate musicals, like, obviously don't watch it, but everybody who doesn't hate musicals, please watch it. It's so incredible. I don't know the last time I saw a movie that good. Like, wow. I cried so much. There's this one scene, thinking about it, I'm tearing up. There's just one scene that I was like trying to hold my sobs in because it was so powerful. And the defying gravity, Wizard and I, anytime Cynthia had a solo part, Ariana Grande's performance was fantastic. She obviously has a gorgeous, gorgeous voice. Her range is insane, and she did an amazing Glinda. They both did amazing. She did amazing Glinda. Cynthia did an amazing Elphaba. Like, truly an incredible movie, and I'm flabbergasted. And I feel so lucky to have been able to see it and to be alive when this movie came out. That sounds so dramatic, but like, I just feel incredibly lucky that I got to see it, and I already pre-ordered the movie, so as soon as it comes out on DVD and streaming and all that, I will be rewatching it. It's gonna be on my rotation. Hopefully I don't cry every single time I rewatch it, but wow, I'm so excited for part 2. It comes out this time next year, and I could watch 10 more movies about this. Like, truly, it was mind-blowingly good. Like, I never cry at movies. I occasionally cry at TV shows, but I almost never cry at movies. And I cried, sobbed, like, uncontrollable, having to, like, curl into myself because my chest was just, like, seizing with sobs. It was so good. So good. And go see it. Please go see it. And if you have seen it, let's talk about it, because I'm desperate. I think for today, I'm going to do some reading. I really want to finish Iron Flame. So that's probably what I'm going to spend my day doing. And if I don't talk to you again, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. you.